So do you feel like you're on the go all of the time and you only have so many hours in the day? Lots of people do, feel pressure to be productive all the time, available, connected, but we only have so many hours in the day. I'm Freya Caulfield and I'm a clinical psychologist, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the benefits of rest and how to unplug from a busy world. So rest is moving from the doing to the being, and it involves the mind and the body. It involves taking distance from the activity and shifting our senses. It can recover our energy levels, and it involves slowing down. So we really wouldn't be resting if we were still, but our mind was thinking back to the past. So rest is important because it gives our body the chance to relax. If we're under constant stress during our waking hours, then we might be sending a weaker signal to our brain, which stops the stress response. So then cortisol might be produced when we sleep. And if we don't sleep well, then we might be more agitated in the day and therefore need more rest breaks. And so there's a cycle developing. Our body's designed to operate in short stints, and if we have prolonged stress for a long time, that can result in anxiety, depression, and eventually burnout. So there's so many benefits of rest, including improvements to mood, feeling like a sense of mastery, pleasure, linked to performance and coping capabilities, as well as linked to creative thinking. So we know that after a rest, people are more able to bring in new ways to look at a situation. So what does it mean to unplug? So stress is an inherent part of our day-to-day, and stress processing involves the amygdala in our brain, which is always assessing our environment, and if it detects there's stress, then it activates a sympathetic nervous system response, which sends our oxygen to our muscles, getting ready for that fight, flight or freeze response, until we can regulate ourselves again with the parasympathetic response, which relaxes our breathing again. And how do we unplug? There's so many different ways to do that. I think it's about connecting to our values, doing our hobbies, socialising with other people, exercising, maintaining a well-balanced diet, keeping hydrated, moderating alcohol, mindfulness. It could be using our senses, doing some relaxation activities. But how do we actually rest and unplug in a busy world? So this is about valuing ourselves as much as we value productivity. People sometimes associate rest with reward, so if I accomplish something, then I can have a rest. Well, rest breaks are included within our working day anyway, but more people are choosing to engage with technology in their personal time. And it's about committing to the present moment. We know that multitasking can be harmful. For example, being on the phone while driving can slow our reaction times down. And actually, research shows that multitasking is associated with mind wandering. So how do we gauge what is a good enough rest break? Well, research shows that if we are engaged with a mental task for between 30 minutes to 2 hours, then we need at least 3 to 10 minutes of rest. And we know that if we're engaging with a monotonous task, then we will need more rest. And there are so many different ways to include rest into your day-to-day. So this could include proactively making and protecting time, telling ourselves, I'm going to rest now, and asking yourself, is my mind at rest? Am I truly letting myself be rather than do? Monitoring screen time and developing good sleep hygiene and reducing looking at blue lights before bed. Keeping mobiles or tablets out of sight, because we know if something's out of reach, then we might be less inclined to engage with it. Doing mindful breathing, and that helps us to connect with the present moment. But if you notice yourself struggling to rest, you're feeling excessively tired, fatigued, always feeling like you're on the go, then it's important to reach out and ask for help. You could speak to your GP or a health professional, where they might ask open questions about the situation and assess whether you might need support. So talking therapy, including cognitive behaviour therapy, could be helpful for you to manage anxieties or low mood about rest, or to help you to engage in strategies to look after and protect your rest times and engage in activities that will help you to disconnect and feel more peaceful in a really busy world.